The Spirit Media Network is providing coverage of sports, faith, and entertainment like no one else in Mississippi and the Deep South. No other media outlet touches all the bases as we do, from the Friday Night Lights to rubbing shoulders with the biggest names in college athletics. Be sure to follow us on our multiple platforms, including Facebook, Twitter, our YouTube channel, and by downloading our Roku/Smart TV channel, Spirit Live. Check out our website at spiritmedianet.com for upcoming projects and broadcasts, and stay up to date with what's happening on the Spirit Media Network, where we're changing the game.
Can you bring it down just a little bit more? There you go.
When did they tell you were going to be closing this game out?
Coach Oz has been talking to me all throughout the week, saying it's going to come, and the original plan was to send Ock back out there for an out or two, and then we scored those runs, and they said, "You're in." I took it from there.
What was your thoughts running through your head, holding the 6-5 lead right there? I mean, it looked like you were riding the team's momentum out there.
Oh, yeah. Came out there, just try to do what I do best, and land those sliders, and honestly kind of blacked out there at the end.
Yeah, I was going to ask what pitches were working for you out there.
The slider was definitely working. It was nice to be able to land the fastball for a strike and then come back to that slider.
Could you just describe that? You can go.
No, I just you said you blacked out. At what point did you black out, and can you take me through blacking out on a baseball field?
Oh, yeah. As soon as he swung that bat, I knew it was over, and from there, I can't even describe that feeling.
How much confidence did it give you, the first couple of pitches or strikes, and obviously you strike out the first batter? I mean, at that point, how much confidence do you have out there?
I had 100% confidence after that.
Man, what was your mindset going in the pitch, especially when the wind's blowing out like it is, it peaked out apart like it was tonight? What was your mindset going to the mound, trying to overcome that?
I was just going to try to keep some pitches low, land the fastball low, and I knew if I threw my slider like I usually do, it's not really a pitch you can really get around unless they know it's coming.
I know Coach Berry says he doesn't really want to peg one guy as a closer, but do you like the idea of maybe being that guy?
Oh, yeah. Me and Coach Oz have been talking about it, and it's going to be me and some other people. There's a lot of people out there that can do it. It's not just me.
What can you say about Gabe Montenegro tonight and really throughout his career, what he's been able to do?
Oh, yeah. That's just the normal Gabe there. That's happened to all the fall. I wouldn't expect anything less from him. How's it going?
What's up, Gabe?
Gabe, coming in, it was pretty obvious that the wind was kind of blowing out. Did that kind of impact everybody's approach at the plate, or did you have that in mind at the plate?
No, sir, not really, because I'm not trying to hit a fly ball. It's completely opposite of what I'm trying to do, like my approach. So I just try to forget about the wind and just try to hit a ground ball and get on base. But yeah, just carried it out.
Gabe, what was your approach to the plate with the bases loaded right there? And I mean, what was everything going through your head?
I knew he had a pretty good slider, so I was trying to look for something in, because if he threw that slider away, I was never gonna reach for it. And that pitch was exactly it. That was a slider in, and then that's exactly what I was looking for. So I was able to hit it.
Gabe, could you take us back? Sorry, Gabe, could you just take us back to the very beginning of the game? First pitch, were you expecting that? And could you just describe that play?
I mean, I was not expecting it, and as soon as I hit it, I didn't think of it much. But then it just kept carrying, and yeah, it's crazy.
Gabe, knowing that you guys have in those first 4 games kind of struggled in the lineup, and knowing that UConn was having some success against Hunter, did you guys talk about really needing to step up in this game? With the hitting.
Coach did talk to us about trying to get something going, and either just find any way possible to get on base and keep the lineup going, especially after the game against South Alabama. So coming in, we knew that the UConn pitcher was pretty good. So our approach was just to make him throw pitches so we can get him out of the game as quick as possible. But we just wanted to get something going so we can help out our pitching.
Gabe, after that South Alabama game, how important was it to you guys for this comeback win as far as a confidence builder for you guys this season?
It always helps to this type of games to know that we can actually pull through in tough situations. So it's definitely like big confidence booster in the offensive and defensive side.
Gabe, would you say you were born with the clutch gene?
It's just crazy.
Is that a no, or is that embarrassing, or what? How? I mean, it seems like you've got a pretty good habit of coming through in big situations. That's something you take pride in.
Yeah, it's always amazing to be able to help out the team like that. But I really don't try to think about it when I go and hit. I try to put as least pressure on me as possible. So, but I'm just excited that I was able to pull through.
Anything else? Yeah, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Gabe.
Thank you.
Coach, what can you say about Gabe Montenegro?
Well, I'll tell you what, he led his first at bat and his last at bat. Obviously, were two special at bats. He got us going there, tied it up in the first. And, all I could think about there in his last at bat, Patrick, is in 19 at LSU against Arizona State. And I know that was a walk-off, but it was a big situation and a big moment of the game. And I knew he'd been there before many times. And, what a great at bat. Well, 2 strikes. And yanks that double down the line to put us up 1.
Coach, in the bottom of the first inning, top of the first, it was just kind of crazy play. What was your explanation the umpires gave you there?
Well, the first base umpire signaled that he had no catch. He thought he dropped the ball. Obviously, they overturned that, but because I was wanting to double play because the guy at first base never tagged and went to second because it was a catch. But because he had signaled that it was a safe call, no catch, then you can't penalize that runner for not going back and tagging because all chaos has been created at that time. So the best that we could get out of that was giving up 1 run, which obviously happened with the catch, tagging from second and scoring. But, they did put the guy back to first base like they should.
Coach, Garrett Ramsey, do you like what you saw out of him tonight? Does he have that kind of makeup in the closing role?
Yeah, I'll tell you, he was really coming in at a low altitude with his fastball, and his slider was a real wipeout slider type pitch. Faced 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. He's our guy that we really kind of want to go to, and he's shown that to us in the fall and in the preseason here when we came back from Christmas. But I loved his composure. It was his first time out there in a Division I game. Big crowd, everybody was amped up. He was able to slow the game down and really just block out everything and do his thing. And real proud of him because you never know how people are going to react the first time they get out there. And throwing him in that situation, in that save, which that's what we want him to do. You don't know how he's going to react, but he handled it very well.
Coach, how would you describe Hunter's game? It seemed like that, routine fly balls when the wind's blowing out like that kind of become, home runs, but you feel like he pitched pretty well considering.
Yeah. I really did, honestly. Even though we gave up 3 home runs, they were 3 solos, and that's what I told him after the game. I was very proud of him being able to minimize that, not letting people get on before that because then there could have been a big deficit that we had to try to make up. But because they were solos, we were able to get ourselves back in the game, and I thought he pitched really, really well against a very good offensive club that UConn has. They're just really scrappy. They're strong. Maybe one of those home runs, the guy got a really good swing on. The others, nothing, no knock on them. I mean, they did what they had to do, but I think that the win kind of helped that. As you know, it helped a couple of our balls as well.
Coach, with UConn having that success and the lineup, coming into this game kind of struggling, did you guys have that conversation of them really needing to step up in this game?
We have that conversation every game. We just try to take it a game at a time. And the most important game on the schedule is the one that we're fixing to play. Now it becomes tomorrow's game, and we had to quickly forget about this one and move to the next one. So, we're still trying to figure it out, guys. I mean, you look at it, we had 5 sophomores out there, 3 freshmen and 1 junior. The only senior that was out there was Hunter Stanley on the mound. And the only seniors that we have on the team are 3 senior pitchers. So, there's going to be some growing pains. We did create some opportunities for us tonight. We missed on those opportunities. But I think when you look and you dissect the whole game, what we were able to do is we were able to capitalize off from walks that started innings. Even in the last inning, Will McGillis strikes out against their guy they brought in from the pen. Blake Johnson goes out there, puts together a great walk, and that's what got everything going from that point. So, utilizing the walk to try to build those innings. We all know that most run scoring, producing innings are as a result of a hit by a pitch or a walk or an error. It was good, clean baseball by both clubs tonight. There wasn't any errors there. Probably both clubs feel like there was more strikeouts than they wanted, but I thought everybody competed really well. UConn, quality club, and our guys showed us and ourselves what we're about as well. So, good programs and good teams find a way to win. And that was the message going into the 8th inning. And that's exactly what our guys did tonight.
Coach Scheller sitting in here a pretty good string of getting double-digit strikeouts in a game. Is that something y'all saw in the fall? Is that unexpected?
No, unfortunately, I did see it in the fall against our hitters. So, and I was hoping that it was going to be, lean and advantage to our pitchers that we were doing that. And they've continued to do that now through 5 games. They've totaled up, a bunch of strikeouts. So they're throwing strikes. We only had 1 walk tonight. That's pretty good. And, I think we went, 14, how many strikeouts do we have? We got them 14 times, only walked them once. They got us 9, but they gave us 7 free passes. And it was because of those free passes that we were able to score both of those innings there, the 3 spot in the 5th inning. And then when we scored the 2 there in the 8th, that's what got it all going.
Coach, you had talked about you wanted the batters to challenge the pitchers. Do you feel like that your guys did that better tonight at the plate? Was the approach better in your eyes?
At times, yeah, at times I did. Then there were times that I felt like that we didn't meet the challenge like we needed to. We didn't simplify the game or simplify the situation, especially when we had 2nd and 3rd and nobody out. That was a huge momentum time for us right there. And, UConn gets out of that inning, not giving up anything. We get a strikeout, we get a strikeout, a fly ball that's not deep enough. And then a ground out that the kid made a great play on with Gabe. Once again, Gabe puts a good swing on one. Their second baseman dives and retires the inning.
Coach, just going back to Gabe for a second, over his years here just seems to be very consistent. What about his character, just kind of his modest attitude makes him that guy that doesn't get too high or too low? Every time.
Yeah. I think one thing, he's just a very good baseball player. He's highly confident. He's composed. He doesn't hope for things to happen. He has the courage to go out there and make them happen. He wants to be that guy in that moment, as we saw tonight. There was one where he did strike out with 3 pitches. I felt like that were out of zone. It's a little uncharacteristic of him. But, you don't have to worry about him going up there and not competing for you. He's going to do that because he is just a good baseball player, and he can grind some things out for you. Y'all good? Have a good evening.